Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at how dupreeh plays B on Vertigo, so let's get started. So normally at the start of the round, dupreeh is simply just going to throw a Molotov at the entrance of B main and just spot the angle like this, just to see if the T's are going to be pushing up. And if he doesn't see anything, the spot that he likes to play a lot is on top of this wood panel. And this is a really good spot because it's actually really awkward for the T to be able to clear up high like this. And as well, the second angle that's possible is playing towards his corners. So the T basically has to make a decision of whether to peek up high or to check the close left. We're going to see another example of this like so, where he's going to throw that Molotov at the start of the round, just spot to see if the T's are pushing up, and then put himself on top of the wood panel. So this is a setup that you can use if you're playing on top of the wood panel. So right here we're going to see that Yugi, he's going to be simply jiggle peeking the entrance of B main. He makes contact with the T's to try to draw them in. And then dupreeh, he actually has the opportunity here to get at least one kill, but he decides not to commit on the spray. Instead he's going to take a safer approach where he falls back towards the site. And then he's going to flash over to allow him and his teammate to fight this player coming up together. We're going to see a very similar setup here where dupreeh, he's going to be the one spawning towards B main, while Yugi, he's going to be the one posted on an angle. So very similar to the last setup that we just saw, where Yugi, he was actually the one peeking from up top, and then dupreeh was the one playing on top of the boards. This is a very similar setup where dupreeh, once again, he's doing that same role where he's spawning B main, and the second player, which is Yugi, he's going to be playing in the corner. So here, as the T's come in, dupreeh, he makes contact with them, then they're met by Yugi, and then dupreeh peeks back out again, so it's a great crossfire to use. So the key thing about this setup is to always have this player spotting B main from the up top. He needs to make sure he doesn't really die when he spots, and then your second player can essentially just play on top of the boards. Maybe he plays in the corner, or maybe he plays over in this corner as well. It doesn't really matter where the second player plays, but the first player, he just needs to make sure he gets the information. So something I want to bring up is right here we're going to see that dupreeh is going to be met by a little bit of pressure by G2, and he's going to be forced to fall back towards the site. And notice how he's not really trying to fight for this stairs area all that much. If the T's put some pressure here, it's more than fine to just give this up. So once again, you can see that dupreeh, he gets flashed, so he's just going to start falling back. This is similar to Cash on B, where if the T's take B main control, you don't necessarily have to contest it right at that B main choke point. You can simply just play towards the site. It's the same idea here. So if you have your AWPer come towards B, this is a good support flash that you can throw. So here Device is peeking the angle. dupreeh, he doesn't really throw in this round, but I will throw it here just to illustrate what this flash does. So it's just off the wall like so. And this is a really good flash because when the T's kind of come in, you basically see that it pops just about there. So when the T's kind of come in, it's basically impossible to dodge this one. And even if you take a wider angle like so, this is still a really effective flash. So I recommend that you use this flash if you're supporting your AWPer. So here's an example of dupreeh playing more aggressive. Once again, he starts the round off by throwing the Molotov at the entrance. And you basically want to throw this Molotov at the start every round so you can mask what you're doing. So one round you may be jiggle peeking up top, and then the next round you might be getting aggressive like dupreeh's getting like here. You want to keep your setup unpredictable to the terrace. So right here we're going to see that dupreeh is just going to set up right at this angle like so. And this is a really powerful angle because most of the time when the T's come in, they're expecting that the player's going to be playing up top jiggle peeking that wood panel. Here in this round, dupreeh, he actually makes a little bit of a mistake by committing a little bit too early to the fight. But you can see that from Crystal's point of view, when he comes up, he's basically expecting this player is going to be jiggle peeking up top. And he actually lands a really nice shot on dupreeh here to be able to get the kill. So here's another way to play B main. So right here we're going to see that dupreeh's going to lob a nade in. He's going to have a teammate glaive, get ready with the flash. Then he's going to throw the flash to allow dupreeh to re-peek towards this B main area. So the whole idea is that if the T's decide to go in through the entrance, that flash will definitely blind him to allow dupreeh to re-aggress. But now that dupreeh's in the spot, I want to highlight this particular spot that he ends up going to. As this map is still relatively new, I don't think everybody knows all the different angles that you can play at. So this here is a really good angle. So if you're the terrace coming in, this is a pretty reasonably hidden spot where as you're coming in, you're probably not going to be expecting somebody to be hiding underneath the stairwell like so. So right here we're going to see that dupreeh, he's going to get this early kill on the B main player, which is Crystal. And something I want to talk about here is the fact that B main on Vertigo is very similar to B main on Cash, and let me explain why. So normally the default setup on Vertigo is that there's going to be 2 or 3 people taking ramp control at A, and then 1 or 2 people taking control at middle, and then typically only one lone B player who's going to be working B main. Similar to Cash, is only one lone B player who's going to be working B main most of the time. Now right here, when dupreeh, he's going to aggress into B main to take control of it. This room right here, when he peeks this door, is very similar to use this room on Cash because it connects to middle. And then as dupreeh kind of works out, notice how he works along this left side. And when he peeks this angle here, this is similar to T-spawn. This is T-spawn on Vertigo. This is similar to T-spawn on Cash as well. So we're going to see here that dupreeh, when he gets his kill on Nexa, there's only ever really going to be one player that comes from this area who's going to be peeking from T-spawn, the same on Cash. And notice how after he swings around, after he gets that kill, he's going to be spawning towards the door because this is very similar to somebody coming in through the useless room on Cash. So right here we're going to see an example where dupreeh is going to clear out this T-spawn angle. He doesn't see that anybody's there. And then he's going to whip around to watch towards the door. And then him playing on top of this dumpster is very similar to him playing Sunroom because he's simply watching towards the useless room. And he also has angles on somebody who will come through T-spawn. So that's why I think it's the best way to kind of think of B main as same as Cash B main. So this is another spot that dupreeh likes to use a lot if he meets a little bit of pressure from B main. It's this triple spot right here. And allows him to basically play a little bit closer towards the stairs and to get information on Ts who decide to peek down low like this. So here once again we see him, he's able to peek towards the stairs, he spots the shoulder of somebody here, and then he's able to just kind of jiggle peek without much risk of dying, as he actually gets caught out by Nexa a little bit there. And the other thing this allows is that his teammate, who may be playing towards mid, can also smoke the entrance to allow him to relocate. He can also throw the smoke himself. And now at this point, he can play on top of double with the smoke up to try to get information on whether the Ts are towards the stairs area. Now this is a very minor detail, but I want to point this out. So right here, notice how as he drops, he shoots to ensure that the Ts won't hear the sound of him falling back down. Then this is a really good spot that he likes to play in next to the wood panel like so. And you can see that he's able to get this kill into Nexa before getting traded by Hunter. Once again, if you play close to the wood panel, you can have your teammate throw a flash for you mid-round to try to get information on whether the Ts are towards the stairs area. So from the triple box, you can easily relocate towards the double boxes. And what this allows you to do is simply just jiggle peek from both left and right sides. And it also allows you to get information without much risk of dying, as these are basically headshot angles from both sides. But this smoke here is very, very important. This is probably the most powerful smoke to use to hold off any B push. So right here, after we see him throw that smoke, he's actually going to get up closer towards this wood panel here. And as North try to push in towards the site, he's able to get these 2 easy kills. If you look at this from Crystal's point of view, as he's trying to push through the smoke, he's at a huge disadvantage by pushing through this. They try to pop through it, but as you can see, he doesn't really expect dupreeh to be playing that close. The same thing with AZ here, he's going to Molotov towards quad. And then as they try to push through the smoke, he tries to jump, but he gets taken down by dupreeh as well. So from the T's point of view, if you have to pass through the smoke, look at how much you have to clear when you pass through the smoke. You have to clear the left side of triple, as well as the left side and right sides of quad. And then you have to clear the left sides and right sides of double. And then there could be a player who's playing behind the site or that pillar. And then, or there could be a player who's playing deeper towards site where he's taking this off angle. And then finally, there could be a player playing behind this wood panel where dupreeh was playing. So as you can see, as you go through the smoke, there's just so many different angles that you clear that you have to basically guess right on one of them when you're passing through the smoke. So normally when dupreeh plays towards the back of site, he's simply just trying to support with nades and to try to get himself in good position. So here, Glaive, he gets taken down by Nexa, and dupreeh is simply just going to throw a Molotov to allow him to cross towards quad, and this is one of his favorite spots. So here we're going to see a similar scenario where dupreeh is going to take some shots, he's going to throw a flash to allow him to basically cross over. He's going to take a few shots before crossing over towards quad. So due to the nature of the B site, you actually have many options when you play towards this quad area. So right here, Glaive, he's going to be playing towards his double boxes, and he's just simply going to play as if he's solo. He's just trying to set up the bait for dupreeh, so he ends up dying. dupreeh knows how he doesn't peek here at all. He actually wants the Ts to come into the site here, and the whole reason why is because he has his mid-player device rotated in towards B. So now he's the next one to take contact, and now draws all the attention away from G2. They're not even going to worry about clearing the rest of the site, and allows dupreeh to be able to peek out to get this kill, as well as these 2 kills here as well. So that's really the whole idea, is that when you're playing towards the back site area, you actually want the Ts to come all the way into the site. That way you can get your mid players involved and you can establish another crossfire. And when you have this crossfire established, it just makes it so difficult for the Ts to actually take the B site. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more future content. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.